Please put your hands together for Will Martin!
Hi, folks. So nice to meet you. Hello. My name is Will. You may recognize me from paper towels. Hello. I grew up Christian. You can probably smell that on me already, because I seem like a greeter at church. Like, hi, so glad you're with us today. Hope you're not different. Ooh. A friend of mine told me I look like someone's imaginary dad. Out of an orphan's daydream. Saw a movie with that friend, and after he was like, there's 2 hours of my life I'm never getting back. Because he didn't like, you've heard this, he didn't like the movie. And I told him that is also true if you like the movie. If you watch a good movie, you don't gain life, right? If that were true, I would not be here. I'd be home watching Toy Story 3, becoming a god. 25 years old, been told I look mid-30s. Face of a man optimistically entering a second marriage? That's hurtful. Last week I was at the grocery store, I was chatting with a cashier. She struck up conversation. She was like, oh, have you heard of this band on the radio? And I said, no, I haven't, but I'll have to check them out. Thanks so much. And then she said, oh, maybe you have like a daughter that listens to them. How old does she think I am that I have a child with musical taste? Do I look 40 years old? Not loud enough to be no. And an audible yes. Thank you, Butterboy. Thank you, Butterboy. Oh, boy. I have a day job. It's like your classic, boring office job. But I realize there's nice parts about that, because at the office, I don't have to be nervous about small talk. At the office, all I need to do is shrug my shoulders and say the day of the week. Office jobs. How's it going, Will? Tuesdays. They walk on by. Dear Greg from accounting was murdered by a long-lost stepbrother. Mondays. Ugh. We'll get him. One interesting part of my job is I work in medical insurance. It gets interesting, let me tell you. We bill medical insurances for claims, right? We bill the insurance companies, and we use this set of diagnosis codes called ICD-10 codes. Anyone know what I'm talking about in healthcare? Yeah, woo, love woo for ICD-10 codes. Love that. For everyone else, one set of codes across the whole nation. There's a big stack of books at every hospital with a code assigned to any imaginable ailment, right? Headache, hemorrhoid, heart attack, anything you can imagine. But the list is so long that some of these codes are very, very specific. Like my personal favorite. Medical diagnosis code Z97.33XD. I'm not making this up, 100% true. In a medical textbook, that is the diagnosis code for being sucked into a jet engine. For a second time. What? Can you imagine that man's life? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear it happen again. Wednesdays! I'm a dumb guy, I'm very dumb. When I graduate... Other dumb folks, I love it. When I graduated high school, I got a set of towels with my initials on them. You know what I'm talking about? Like personalized towels with your initials. I told my girlfriend at the time, I got these towels. They're mammogrammed. She's like, no, they're not. I don't know the thing to say all the time, you know? Last week, I went on a date, it went well, we had sex. Or as my dad would call it, and after we had sex, not me, my dad, you get it. After, she was like, "Are you good?" And I wanted to answer emphatically in the affirmative, yes, I'm good. But yes didn't feel, I'm not proud of this, but she said, "You good?" And I said, "Big time." Some guy, you get it. I think the female orgasm is like flying, because I never quite know when exactly the plane is going to land. I've flown before, I don't own a plane. Does this make sense? There's some dudes in here that don't want to laugh at this joke. On dates, like, "No babe, I know when you're gonna..." I'm saying me, when I'm on a plane, sometimes we're coming in for a landing, the engine's making a lot of noise. Like, yeah, I'm like, here we go, we're about to land, we're gonna do it, and then we veer up. Not yet, not yet. Just getting resituated. But then finally the engine, whoa, and the flaps open. I'm sorry about that one, and... I did that joke at a show, a woman came up to me after, she's like, "I have a note about that joke." And I was like, "Happy to hear it." And she said, you don't use flaps on landing. You would use flaps on a short field takeoff. I was like, "Listen, my runway is average field, okay?" You okay? It's good to see you. I have a lot of friends, right, who rent where they live, whether it's a condo or an apartment or a house. I'm proud to say I've worked very hard. I do own my home. Thanks, sure, yeah. I live in a van. And I can sense some concern. So who has questions about living in a van? That's 100% true, that's not a joke. I live in a 2005 Dodge Grand Caravan. It is parked very close by. Anyone? You shout it out or raise your hand, anything you like.
Where do you shower?
Where do I shower? It's a great question. I joined a gym exclusively to shower. I do not exercise. I had to check the rules when I signed up. Like, do you have to exercise? Like, can you go to church and just pee? Yes to both. The answer is yes to both. Anything else?
Do you feel other 25-year-olds are failing by not owning their van they live in?
This is the longest question I've ever seen. What? Do I feel like other 25
Are they failing by not owning their
are failing by...
not owning their own van?
Oh. No, your question is, do I think everyone else is dumb for not living in a van? No, I think that's normal for them. I'm happy to do it, but no, I understand that it's a unique thing. Any other questions? We can move on. Where do... There they all are. Someone asked, "Where do you dump?" I have Tinder, so okay. There's another one. Where was that?
Is it down by the river?
I heard, "Was it down by the river?" which is a great joke if you're over 35. Listen, for the younger folks, there used to be a television show called Saturday Night Live. Sometimes people ask if I ever take anyone back to the van. Yeah. Someone said, "Yeah." I really appreciate that vote of confidence that you think I have the charm to, after a date, be like, "Hey, you want to go back to my place? Beep, beep." I should say, I grew up Christian. I lost my virginity in November of 2016. Are we connecting? Are we? Not a long story, right? I grew up Christian, got better. Like, time to shag. So I did. I learned a lot. I learned that sex is a hoot. So fun. Okay. This is the embarrassing part. So the penis goes straight out. Don't leave me now, Butterboy, come on. And I thought, never having, you don't have to make eye contact with me here. I thought that the vagina was just like straight across. Like a Lego, just. Been a couple years, been in the game a little while. It's been pleasant. A lot more rough sex requests than I thought there would be. I don't know if that's a general trend or if it's because I look like their father. Listen. Just give spanking a different edge, that's all. She's like, spank me. I'm like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Butterboy, it's been so nice. I've been Will Martin. Look at that.